Hey guys, we're here at a private exclusive watch event at Aquilina Estates in Sunny Isles, Florida. Throwing a client appreciation event is what I would call it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And this event is going to be absolutely amazing. I couldn't do it without my brother Adam, because when it comes to vintage, he's the king of vintage. I'm the prince of modern. I'm going to say king of modern, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Welcome and stay tuned.
Hey guys, Jordan here. Just wanted to show you the array of watches that we brought over to the Aquilina. Come check them out.
26 of these watches were given to astronauts through like the 4 missions in 1969, gifted by Omega. This is the only one that has box with his name on it. The only one found so far with the astronaut's name on it. So they've generally all been sold watch only. Wally Schirra's came up for sale last year, bought by the Omega Museum for 1.9. Eric Wynn and Scott Carpenter's listed for 1.5. The same auction house that sold Wally Schirra's, everybody must have rushed to like sell them because they realized what they were worth, the families who inherited them. And so they put up 3 for sale in the same auction, which was a horrible idea. Like 5 people sent it to me and I'm like, forget it. They're gonna go for $1 million each, like it's gonna be crazy. And then Sasha was like, hey, let's just throw in bids. Like, if we get them, great, we don't, like wherever we're comfortable, forget about it. So we threw in bids. This one, Gus Grissom's number 4. Gus Grissom was the second American in space. So he died in Apollo 1. So this was gifted to him posthumously, to his family. Only one that has surfaced with his name on the box, outer box, has all this documentation, provenance, his name on the back. Look at the patina on the back of the case. Like, it was used but very lightly, so it doesn't meet reserve. Auction house calls us and like, hey, owner will accept it at your bid because we were the underbidders. Do you want it? And we're like, at first I was like, listen, I just placed 20 bids in Monaco Legend Group, so can you give me till Monday because I don't know how much I'm gonna win. I might not have the money. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. But then Sasha and I were like, maybe let's not wait and just commit to it in case somebody else, because it's a really good deal. And so I texted the director of the auction house. I'm like, listen, I'll take it. Just send me an invoice and we'll settle up next week. We got a really good deal. It was very undervalued, you know? It's a piece of history. Like, I'm just happy to own it, you know? I'm really just happy to own it.
What do you got on your wrist?
Okay, I have a watch I bought for inventory, but then I just can't bring myself to part with
Dial,
it.
though.
Yeah, that's the money right there. It's a reference 5402, very first original jumbo A-series.
A-series?
A-series, yep. And it has the most beautiful brown dial I've ever seen. Well, because the thing with these brown dials is usually it's like humidity and it's like splotchy and it's not evenly brown.
This is like beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. In the sunlight, it's like a caramel color too.
I'm wearing something very similar. What that gentleman has it on my wrist right now. But
What is that?
that is a Pornell.
Oh wow.
I think that's the next Richard Mille.
Let's see it.
Watch me. Watch me.
Full prediction.
Watch me.
Oh wow, that paddock is beautiful. Oh, we were looking at that one the other day too, that Omega.
Very cool watch.
What's your favorite watch right now in this case?
Really partial to these 2 small Crown Submariners right here. That's actually my personal one. On the left, we have the very first reference Submariner, 6204, and I sourced this watch out of Brazil several years ago. The nicest watch of this reference that I've ever seen. We sold it to a client in Paris. We're now reselling it. This is a 5508 circa 1959 with a beautiful like caramel tropical dial. Both unpolished, both like incredible condition.
This is the one you were telling me that the best was $35,000.
Yes. Well, because this is only for like a 1959 watch. Isn't that crazy? Well, there's a lot of people here now. There's a lot of watches in the room, a lot of incredible watches. But I already saw the best one of the night. I don't think it's going to get beaten. So trivia is, I already know, but let's tell everybody. Right, Recep. Yeah, it's behind Recep Recepi. I mean, just honestly, one of the most stunning watches like being made today, in my humble opinion. I tried convincing him to make me one subtly. I think there's like a 10-year waiting list at this point. I love this watch so much. One of my favorite watches, for sure. What are you wearing, kind sir?
I am wearing
Mr. Lubin.
$250,000 piece of lens. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I really,
Accurate description.
I really love it.
I'm not a huge Richard Mille fan, but out of all the Richard Milles, that's the most wearable one.
What's this on the dial here on this Submariner that's got
So these are really cool. These are called Panama Canal Rolex Submariners. They were a limited edition of 75 pieces each on the steel and 75 piece of two-tone. And they were to commemorate the United States giving back the canal to Panama. So these are once only available to purchase in Panama. These ones were actually stamped by Rolex. A lot of those like stamps you see are they would buy the watches and then have the dial stamped later. Like even the Tiffany watches, Rolex didn't stamp those dials. The Rolex would sell the watch to Tiffany, and Tiffany would stamp the Tiffany.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I like that.
Tell the hometown crowd what you're wearing tonight.
Adam gave me a 16808.
I didn't give it to you. You paid money for it.
I paid a little bit of money for it. Adam probably made a little bit of money for it, and he's going to sell me this Paul Newman for $60,000, a little bit under market.
A little bit under market.
Just a little
See, you can't say that because then people are going to watch the video and be like, wait, he really sold somebody a Newman for 60 grand? So that joke comes from when I first got started in the business. A buddy of mine, Sonny, who you see on the videos, bought a Newman for like 70 or 80 grand. It was very cheap. At the time, the watches were going for like 110, 120. And I told him and another friend of ours, one day I'm going to find a Newman for like 60 grand. I'm going to keep it for myself. They're like, you're never going to find one, never going to find one. So every year, like clockwork, they ask me if I found, every time I sell a Newman, they're like, is that 60 grand? I'm like, no, a little bit more. Sorry. So you just had a day with the watch. What do you think?
Actually, I loved it. It's a little out of my
Your
comfort zone.
first full gold watch, right?
First full gold watch in the right spot for it. On
Right,
the beach.
Miami, right?
Felt mildly comfortable.
Right.
By tomorrow, I'll feel full comfortable.
Yeah, I think it's a watch when you're wearing a solid gold piece. It's just something you got to be used to and just let like the reservation go. It's a little flashy, so I think it's something you get used to. I sometimes
fun.
feel self-conscious wearing a full gold watch, but it also depends on the watch. Like that's such a iconic watch. It's thinner and smaller than the newer ones. There isn't as big of a presence on your wrist.
I agree.
That it makes it easier to wear. I like your collecting style because I've helped you get watches over the past decade or so now, and you always buy great condition watches. You don't really bitch too much about the price, and now they're all worth significantly more than you paid, but you're not looking to flip them. You're not paying attention to the market values every day, like, oh my God, it fluctuated 10%. You know, so it's like now you're 5402, worth a hell of a lot more than you paid. Even after prices came down on them, you know, you're 6265, worth a lot more than you paid, double. Clients who do the best are the guys who generally don't focus on buying a watch as an investment, and they buy the watch because they like it. And you are squarely in that category. So you're buying your wife a nice gift?
Yeah, seriously.
Max, don't be cheap.
How much is it? What do they got?
That one is $300,000.
Why? Because it's
That one, okay, so that's a newer model, yeah, rose gold. They made like 40 pieces, sapphire crown. So Cartier has reimagined the watch over the years, and I think that one came out in 2016.
It's a recent model.
Yeah, it's a recent model. What can I interest you in?
Yes, I really want to know about this Hodinkee.
You saw that there, huh? That is my favorite object in the case. It is the crown jewel. I've already beat it up a little bit. You see some wear here. But I actually do travel with it. No, dude. I took it around Geneva and I had people take pictures with it. Do you know that there is a like instructional booklet in the box that these came with where they ask you not to wind it counterclockwise because the movement is old and it will break, which is absolutely crazy. Hey guys, party's about to wind down. I just wanted to say thanks everybody for watching. I really hope you enjoyed following along Roman and I's Formula One party here in Miami. There was a lot of crazy watches in the room, not all of which you got to see on camera, just not enough time in the day. We also sold a few great watches. If we do this again next year, I hope to see all of you there. Again, thanks for watching, and if you like this content, please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks guys, bye.